Hi, my name is Kurt Chenier. I'm the executive chef at Target Field. Today I'm going to show you how to properly label, date, and store food, both in the refrigerator or cooler and in dry storage. The first thing and the most important thing that we have is a Sharpie and a roll of blue painter's tape. That's how we do things here at Target Field. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some product that I want to date and label. Here I happen to have some pickles. You'll notice I have a 2-gallon container here, and I have a lid that fits tightly over the top. If for some reason I didn't have a lid available, I could use plastic wrap as such here. I always want to pull it tight, get a nice seal on it. Watch out for the zipper because it's very sharp. It'll cut you if you're not careful. But I'm not going to use that today. I'm going to use my lid. So now I've got my blue tape, and I'm going to pull off a piece. And I'm going to lay it here, and I'm going to write on here what this is. These are cornichons. I'm going to write today's date, February 4th, 2019. And something very important, I'm not going to put this on the lid, because if the lid gets taken off and gets misplaced, then I don't know what the date on the actual product was. So I'm going to put it on the container itself, just like that, so everybody can see it. And then we'll take this to the cooler in a second, but first I want to show you some do's and don'ts for dry storage. Here we have a bag of opened rice. This is the wrong way to store it. Once it's been opened, it needs to go into a container like this. So we never want to see this. Once it's been opened, we want to go into a container like this. So we've got a 4-inch plastic hotel pan with a lid. There's actually plastic on top as well to keep it airtight. And then we've written what it is and when it was placed in the container. So this is the proper way to do it. I've also got some different types of wrapping things up here. I've got some bun wrap covers, which would cover an entire speed rack with product. These are long, they're about 6 feet tall, and they go over an entire speed rack. That's one way to cover food up. And also we have a bun rack bag, which actually bun pan bag, which actually fits over a sheet pan. It can be tied off, keep food fresh. This would go over this here. If you get tied off, keep food fresh. So let's take a walk into the cooler, and I'll show you how we're going to store these cornichons. Step into the cooler here, okay? So here we've got a shelf in the cooler, and we've got a lot of different product here. We've got some raw meat that we've stored on the bottom. You'll also notice if you zoom in on this here, I've got some raw turkey ground turkey that I pulled out of the freezer today. And I've dated this turkey as when I pulled it out of the freezer. It's today's date. So we know exactly when that was pulled out of the freezer, and we'll know exactly how much shelf life we have on it once it gets fully thawed. This is all raw product here. You always want to put raw product on the bottom shelf. I've also got some cooked meats here, some prosciutto and some turkey, some ham. Those would always go above the raw product. Never put raw above cooked. And then finally on the top shelf, I've got some produce items, some peppers, some herbs, and similar things like that. Those would always go on the top. Always start with the produce and the fresh vegetables on the top, then cooked meats, then raw meats. And again, you can see the dating. It's all labeled and face forward so that I can see exactly what I've got and how long it's been on the shelf. 7 days is the typical expiration date, so anything over 7 days needs to be discarded. Thank you.